Story 2, the summer of '96. As a typical teenager, I lacked focus, ambition, and my hormones were way out of control. I had mild bouts of anxiety, frustration, depression for not being worthy of parting the vertical smile as though one of my peers would. Then there was one. She was new to the school. I made a point to speak to her every day. As horny as I was, our conversations were innocent. I appreciated the conversations. We eventually got to where we exchanged phone numbers. We talked on the phone on and off for 2 years. We went our own ways, then started conversing towards the end of our 9th grade school year. During our summer vacation, she agreed to let me come over to her house. It was late morning to early noon. It was a picturesque day filled with anticipation. I walked to her house intermittently, skipping along the way. Those 2 miles were well worth it. I went to her front door while stifling my smile to be greeted by hers. She stifled hers eventually as well. She told me to take off my shoes at the door so not to risk staining her mother's cream carpeting. We sat down to talk for a few minutes before suggesting that we go to her room. We could have gotten it in right there on the sofa, but I thought it was a good idea to say something to both reaffirm what I was there for and put something on her mind. I helped her out of her stretch pants as we sat down on her ottoman, which was pressed against her chair. I was too impressed with how fat the pussy was. We both kept our shirts on. After all, we were both 15 years old, and naked where it counted most. I rolled the condom on and damn near melted when I slipped inside her. She was enjoying it as much as I was. The proof was how she was throwing it back. Inexperienced and throwing it back. Before you know it, I was coming. My paranoia of bringing a baby into this world coerced me to pull out despite having on protection. My mind was blown. I actually achieved an orgasm that didn't require masturbation. We got up and played some music. We played around a little bit when I kissed her and asked if she wanted to do it again. She declined due to being sore. Still playful. Strangely enough, especially in looking back, I wasn't disappointed. We wrestled for a little while longer when she suggested that I leave before someone rolled up on us. I got ready to go without further ado, and she vacuumed my footprints off the plush carpeting. She kissed me once again while I was still at the door, before shutting it behind me. As I recall my sexual experiences, it was the most tender. It was as innocent as a sexual episode could be. I'm sure that neither of our parents would approve, yet as I think back on it, in the headspace at the time, I started feeling a bit guilty about other times I had sex. It was sweet, and I am grateful that I had it. I don't know if I could have done anything better than the way it happened, but I do wish I had known that I was living in one of the best moments of my life.